so long to call you. I just got in to the place where I'll be at, and there was quite a big accident in Jaylo, so that's why it took so long. But anyway, you don't have to call me back. I'll just give you a call tomorrow. You're probably getting ready to go to sleep, so I just want you to know that I'm okay, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Love you.
The day was full of babes.
Yes, it was.
And that day would be now.
Yes.
May 18th.
Yeah.
Wednesday, 2022. The day that will live in infamy because Duran Jones is coming to town tonight at the Crystal Ballroom. And I will not be there because of some really strict COVID-19 stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so sad. I really want to see this guy live.
You would think that at least, you would think that, places like that would start to, let go of those things already. I don't know.
I was talking to a buddy of mine last night.
Yeah.
Who lives in Eugene.
Yeah.
And was just invited to a concert. Not the Duran Jones one.
A different one.
Yeah, like a folk concert.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming it's an artist that's not fairly well known, or else he would have said the name of the artist. But he said in order to get in, you had to be double vaxxed, have the booster shot, have a negative COVID-19 test within the last 72 hours, and be wearing a mask the entire time.
It's just not worth it.
My thought was, babes, that the reason this artist had so many restrictions is so they could blame it on COVID-19 when they didn't sell that many tickets.
It could be true.
Yes.
I don't know. I just think it's ridiculous already. It really is. And then what's going to happen when the concert is over? Does that mean? I mean, I have so many questions about that, and so many comments. Like, what if the concert's really bad? Or, the concert's good, but it's over. Then, are you gonna have to do that? Are you gonna have to do that for the next concert? If they ever come into town, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's just not worth it, I think.
If it was Paul McCartney,
it's still not worth it.
I'd consider it, but not for some dude I've never heard of.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I don't care if it is Paul McCartney. I don't. It's ridiculous. It is.
Yeah.
I think it's just no.
I wish I was going to the Duran Jones show tonight, but it's like, hey, come on, guys, we got to move past COVID.
Exactly. And how are people supposed to move past it if venues are still restricting people? I don't get it.
Babes, this was my friend who last night I know you're a fan of the Electoral College, which I am completely disagree with, but he was the one who was defending it last night and got brutally, verbally attacked by me and my other buddy.
Okay.
Because I was trying to say, well, the Electoral College led us to George W. Bush, and my friend's like, I don't think he caused that many problems.
And all things lead us to George W. Bush, of course. Always want someone to blame.
Well, and then my buddy was trying to say, well, how do you know that we wouldn't have gotten into Iraq if Al Gore would have been president? And
okay, I don't know this person very well.
No.
Okay? I only met this person once rather. But I think he asked a valid question.
I do have a response to that, by the way, if you're interested.
Not really. I do not want to talk about George W. Bush and Al Gore.
I like the question without the answer, yeah, Bob.
No, I
just want the question.
I'll just wonder about it. I don't need to answer it. I don't need the answer.
I could give you an answer.
Not really.
All right. Fair enough. I did read. Well, you don't like the Bushes, or you do now?
I don't. I never really. I mean, you know what? I didn't know much about them, but knowing what I know now, and just yeah, I never really knew a whole lot about them to begin with, but what I know now, I'm not too impressed. But having said that, I just feel like sometimes, and I don't think it's with all, every single leftist or anything, but I feel like a lot of them want to use somebody like George W. Bush to blame for everything. And I know he did some things wrong, and I understand that, but it just seems like, well, the Electoral College is because of George W. Bush, or leads to George W. Bush, or this happened because of George W. Bush. I don't know. I'm just tired of the whole thing.
Well, it's sort of weird. We have different problems. What I find disgusting about the left sometimes is how there's this movement to revitalize the image of the Bush administration, just out of hatred for Trump, right? So the example I get, if Trump was smart, he would use this in his next campaign ad. When they did the anniversary of the January 6th riots, Nancy Pelosi invited Liz Cheney and Dick Cheney to be part of it. And then you see a video of all these Democratic lawmakers, congressmen, and I think some senators lining up to shake Dick Cheney's hand. I was disgusted by that.
Well, I think we both agree that I'm not. We're both not supporters of the Cheneys, and I absolutely do not support Liz Cheney, but you're talking about the Cheneys. I mean, yeah. I don't even know if the Bushes and the Cheneys got along, really.
But he was George W. Bush's vice president.
Okay. Well, yes, he was, but I just, I'm tired of the whole thing.
And a lot of people think that he was the most powerful vice president in history. That I can't really attest to, but he did have a big sway in the administration.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
In some ways, Dick Cheney's worse than George Bush was. But they're both evil, in my opinion.
Yeah.
If I was Trump, I would totally use the footage of Nancy Pelosi shaking hands with Dick Cheney in like a campaign ad.
Yeah. I don't believe he likes the Bushes or the Cheneys. So he might, if he was going to do that, he might use it. I don't know.
Yeah. Like I have a lot of issues with Trump, but I do like that about him, that he's not sucking up to Dick Cheney or the Bush family.
No. But anyway, yeah. I don't like either of them, but
oh, I was so upset with my friend last night for trying to say, oh, George W. Bush wasn't that bad and we need the Electoral College.
Well, I think so, but the Electoral College, but George W. Bush, I don't really have a comment on that one.
I think it is with my friend, and I don't want to shit on him too much because I do love this guy, even though you could not tell that from what I'm about to say about him.
Yeah.
He looks at things very, very black and white. And
more black and white than I do?
In some ways, yes. So when he reads something from a source that he sees as credible, I think he'll often take the extreme approach that they're correct and not realize that oftentimes in life there's a gray area. And you have to look at that gray area very closely. You can't just take what's written down on paper, even if it's from a respected source.
Now you're going to be very surprised, Bubs.
What's up?
Because I have two critical things to say about Trump and Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Ooh, I am all ears. I love this.
Well, okay. Don't get too excited.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of critical things to say about Donald Trump, but there is a couple of things. It isn't just some of the people that was in his cabinet.
Yes.
And not everybody was a miss, but I do have an issue with the fact that he endorsed Mehmet Oz. And in fact, and there's several reasons, one of which is that Mehmet Oz served in the Turkish military. And I have a really, really big problem with that one. And, yeah, he's a really, really phony doctor. And I think that when he was doing his talk show, or I don't know if he still does his talk show, he kind of came off as somebody that was into like naturopathic stuff. he seemed like he could be conservative, but he really wasn't, which I didn't know until this whole thing came out with him running for Senate in Pennsylvania. I don't think he's going to get it.
They say that it's close. As of this time, they're still doing like a count of the votes.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to get it because there's a lot of people that were really surprised that, and I don't know what his vetting process is. I really think that if Dr. Oz does not win, which I'm thinking he might not, I think that that Trump should really, really consider having a different approach of vetting these people, because I don't think he even knew about his about Dr. Oz's record. I also don't think he knew much about JD Vance's record, or maybe he just because JD Vance, you said, came in later.
He came in later, but he compared Trump to Hitler not that long ago when Trump was president.
Right, and also Trump did endorse Mitt Romney, but you know how that turned out. Mitt Romney ended up turning on him anyway. So I mean, that is one thing I will say that is really kind of surprising to me. Not everybody that he endorsed was a miss. But I think that the fact that he did endorse Mitch McConnell, he did endorse Lindsey Graham, he did endorse, of course, J.D. Vance and Dr. Oz. It's a mixed bag. And the other thing I would say about Marjorie Taylor Greene, which I was very, very surprised about.
Go ahead.
Is she was being interviewed by Lou Dobbs one day, and this guy held her feet to the fire, because a lot of conservatives are not happy with the job that Kevin McCarthy is doing as Speaker for the Republican Party. And I would agree. I think he is not for what the Republicans stand for. I don't think he's a good representative. And he asked her, he said, are you guys going to vote on who the new speaker is going to be for the Republican Party? Because he's not doing a good job. A lot of people are not happy with what McCarthy has done so far. And she wouldn't answer the question. And he was holding her feet to the fire and saying, you're not going to ask this. Yeah, you're not going to talk about this. And it's already like 6 months to the election. And it's actually less than 6 months. It will be less than 6 months.
It's about 6 months, roughly. A little bit less.
But I think that's a valid question, because there's not going to be a lot of time to discuss it, and a lot of people do not want McCarthy to be there as speaker. And I was very surprised that she wouldn't answer the question, and I was also very surprised that they have not talked about it. Especially
when you consider
I'm not going to rail on her. I just want to give her my opinion. My opinion.
I'll do the railing. She has this image as, I'll say what I mean and I stick by my word, which is kind of not true. And we don't have to get into the anti-Semitic things that she said either. But yet she won't answer a simple question like this. It does bring some things into question.
So I don't know about her at this point. I mean, I'm not necessarily, I don't know. I really don't know. I've got to see, I don't know. I was just very shocked that she wouldn't even answer the question.
Her racist rhetoric does bother me. What? It does. It does. So you've heard what she said about Jewish lightning.
No, I have not, and I'm not talking about that, Bubs. I'm just saying.
What? Stop. Some of her pro-Hitler. All right. Stop.
Stay on track, Bubs.
I am. I thought this was making fun of Marjorie.
No, I wasn't making fun of her. I was just explaining why I'm critical of something that she wouldn't say. I wasn't gonna. This wasn't gonna be like rail on Marjorie Taylor Greene for the next half hour.
Okay.
Bubs.
Well, I could do it for a whole hour, babes, but we don't have to do that. You're getting twiggered. Well, what I will say, babes, is I do want to defend Dr. Oz for a quick second. But before I do that.
Mm-hmm. Why?
Well, and not on everything, just on the military thing.
Okay.
But before we get there, I think this is great because so many people have criticized you for never saying anything critical about Trump or
no, you're the
his
one
backers.
You're the one who criticized me.
Maybe it was me. And these people were under the impression
that was you.
That while you would say that you were critical of Trump, it wasn't really true because you would never criticize him on anything.
But didn't I tell you that if there was anything critical, I would, and then there, I just did.
I'm very glad to hear that, babes. There's hope for you yet.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm going to defend Dr. Oz a little bit, but not much.
Okay.
I don't know about his military record. I did not know that he was in the Turkish military.
Yeah.
I believe, now, I don't think we're really allies with Turkey right now because of the whole Erdogan situation.
Yeah.
But if memory serves me correctly, and you should research this, Dr. Oz is roughly mid-60s probably.
Yeah,
yeah. So that would probably place his military record at like 40, 45 years ago. And I believe back then...
I thought he was younger than that, actually.
I could be wrong. I don't know the man. I never watched the show.
Yeah.
I think we were closer allies to Turkey. So it wasn't like a situation where Erdogan is a dictator and he was supporting Erdogan at the time. I think, to be fair to him, he might have been in the Turkish military, but it wasn't like it is today. We were allies with Turkey. I think so.
I kind of think it goes deeper than that, but I don't know how long. I would have to know when he served in the Turkish military because he is Turkish. And
I'll invite him over for Thanksgiving. Oh. Because he's a Turkey.
Oh.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, because he is ethnically Turkish, but yeah. I don't know. Also, too, there's something to be said about Dr. Oz because I don't know if you knew this, and I didn't hear this on his shows, but from what I understand, he is for puberty blockers for minors. And I'm very, very, very upset about that.
That's pretty weird.
Puberty blockers for minors and hormones for minors that want to change their genders. I think that's completely crazy to me.
Now, I'm pretty lib, and I am for transgender rights. Having said that, I do believe that somebody should be of legal age before they make those decisions. So if he is for that stuff, which I don't know, but I'm hearing you say it, then maybe he might want to re-examine that.
No, I heard somebody was saying that they listened to so many hours of his shows, like extensive hours of his shows. And they came to the conclusion that this guy actually did say these things about kids taking hormones and or that he was for kids taking hormones and puberty blockers. And something that also, and I actually heard him say this, Dr. Oz, I don't know where he was speaking. He was also caught saying that he was for the China model of running things.
Oh, that's crazy.
That does not make me okay with him being a senator in any capacity. So, yeah. He doesn't have a very good record.
I know on TYT, they've been playing clips of what he said on his show versus what he said on the campaign and showing the contradictions. I honestly, I just don't know enough about Dr. Oz.
And I heard I heard a part of an interview where Dr. Oz wouldn't ask the question about, he wouldn't answer the question about Mitch McConnell. Would you vote against Mitch McConnell? And he wouldn't answer the question. And the interviewer said, okay, so I guess you're not going to make a blanket statement.
Yeah.
You're just going to say, you're not going to say yes or no. It's just,
And he's to really say yes.
No.
What?
I think he should say no.
Really?
I don't like Mitch McConnell.
Oh, but you said the question was, would you vote against Mitch McConnell?
Oh, I'm sorry. Or would you? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. He didn't say no or yes. And I think he should say, yes, I would do that instead of beating around the bush. Yeah. I just don't like that.
Yes.
I don't like it.
Which is what George W. Bush's wife does. Beats around the bush. Get it?
Wah, wah. Bad pun.
Bad pun, I know.
Bad pun. No, so he wouldn't say yes or no, and
I kind of zoned out on the election yesterday because it was the primaries.
Yeah.
And let's just say that I'm not really a fan of either political party. I would like to classify myself as a Democrat, but I think that they do too many things that I disagree with. Let's just put it to you that way. But, and I know it goes to the old staples of, I was watching TYT last night, and I was listening to Secular Talk this morning. Apparently, progressives had some big wins last night. And that kind of makes me wish that I would have participated in the system more.
Yeah.
What?
I think you're better off not voting for any progressive, Bubs.
Oh my goodness. You want to help America, Bubs. We don't need your help.
I don't know, Bubs. Their way of helping America is kind of different.
No, but right now you have like Joe Biden in power. And yeah, he's a Democratic president. But he's really kind of a different party from like somebody like Cory Bush. You know what I mean? Or Bernie Sanders. Yeah, they're in the same party. But they're two different extremes. It's like the difference between, on your side, Donald Trump and Dr. Oz.
Well, I mean, I don't know if you would say that Joe Biden is, well, he doesn't know half the time he's where he is. So I don't know. I mean, I guess some people would classify him as a moderate, but I just don't know. Yeah, but...
Well, like, one of the reasons I haven't been going off on how the Republicans are ruining Roe v. Wade is because Biden's doing it too. Like, he's refusing to codify Roe v. Wade into law, and Nancy Pelosi is supporting a candidate in Texas, Henry Cuellar, who's pro-life and anti-abortion rights.
Good for him.
Well, but what I'm saying is, it's like, they're not as, like, for the people as the media would have you believe.
Well, I know they're not for the women.
Yes.
And I mean that in the truest sense, because if they really wanted to be for women, they would also be for their babies. And I think that a lot of the pro-abortion people really don't make any sense on this issue. I'm very, very critical of why they say, "Oh, we're protecting the lives of women," but if you knew how an abortion actually, how that actually worked, it really does not do anything to protect women. It actually could hurt a woman.
Well, but you're assuming that Biden is pro-choice. And I don't know that that's true. I know that he says it's true.
Well, I mean, I don't think Nancy Pelosi is... I know for a fact that Nancy Pelosi isn't pro-life. She's mentioned it. I don't believe that Biden is pro... I think he's pro-abortion. I do. But I don't even call it pro-choice anymore. I think he even came out and said he wasn't. He was.
Right, but he says he was, but he's not doing anything to stop the Supreme Court. There's a few different things he could do right now that he's not doing. And Nancy Pelosi is doing fundraisers for a pro-life candidate.
I don't think so, Bub. I have my doubts just because she came out and said that. I don't know.
I would look into that if I were you, babes, because you would be shocked. Since the leak thing about the Roe v. Wade thing has come out, she has done fundraisers for Henry Cuellar in Texas, who is pro-life and also being investigated by the FBI. Well,
she's been investigated by the FBI.
No, but Henry Cuellar is being investigated right now. And she's still supporting of this guy, even though he's pro-life. And Biden has pretty much said that he's not going to codify Roe v. Wade into law. So, yeah, they can say that they're pro-choice, but if they're not doing anything that represents that, then, I don't know. So that's the reason I think it's wrong just to be critical of the Republicans in the Roe v. Wade situation. Because Biden could do something and he's choosing not to.
Well, I don't know.
And then there was a pause. What?
No, I don't know. Yeah. So I heard a little clip of, I know you're a fan of Cori Bush, but I
am a fan of Cori Bush, yes.
And I could care less about a bush. Okay. Anyway, I heard a clip of her ad, and I don't know what kind of...
Never mind.
No. I heard a clip of her ad on the radio on the way here.
Go ahead.
And I don't know what the ad was for necessarily.
Yeah.
I don't know, but in the ad, you hear this woman in the voice over say something like, Cori Bush claims to love you, and this is an ad against Cori Bush.
Okay.
Cori Bush claims to love you, but she's against Joe Biden on everything, including whatever it is. And then in the second thing that this voiceover says is, Cori Bush claims to love you, but so did your ex. And I was like,
okay.
What?
That's kind of funny. But that is funny. But let's take the first part of that ad. Cori Bush claims to love you, but she's against everything Joe Biden is for. To me, that's like the perfect message. That's why I want somebody.
Or she's against Joe Biden on everything. Yeah, and I just thought it was funny, and I don't know what this ad was for.
Yeah.
And I only heard that one little clip of it, and I don't know if that was the end of it. But after I heard it, I just kind of chuckled. I'm like, oh, that is hilarious.
But doesn't that make you want to look into her more? If it says she's against everything Joe Biden's for, to me that makes her even a stronger candidate. I mean, I'd at least look into her if I were you. So here's why I really like Cori Bush.
Oh, we've gone over this.
Have we gone over this?
Yes, ad nauseum.
I think that she's
ad nauseum.
She's done some stuff I don't like, but she strikes me as a fighter, and I think we could use somebody like that who's on the side of the people.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they really is she really on the side of the people? Because
let's look what she did for the homeless crisis. Biden was going to end the rent moratorium that was placed under effect under Trump, I believe. And he was going to end that, and millions of people were going to lose their homes until Cori Bush said that she was going to camp out on the steps of the Senate until the issue got resolved. And she did it, and it got resolved.
Okay, we've already went over that.
But don't you think that that's a good thing?
Yeah, I don't know. I just,
It's the first time somebody named Bush did something I really liked. And during the whole Stop the Steal thing, she said, okay, well, we could look at the election results again, but let's also look at the election results for all the Republican congressmen and senators who got elected in 2020.
Oh.
Well, but what's wrong with looking at both if you're going to relook at the election?
I suppose. I don't know. I don't know much about this lady, and I don't... Yeah, I don't know.
And I believe that she was also homeless for a while and a homeless mom. So she brings a life experience that I think is really needs to be heard. I think she would be a great president.
Please. I don't know. Every time I hear about a leftist saying that they're a fighter, I really have questions about, well, are they really for the people, or do the majority of people actually want what they want? Because a lot of the things that they fight for is not something that I would fight for. I don't know. I'm just very, very, kind of cautious about that.
No, I hear what you're saying, but in her case, you actually have concrete examples. Like, do you think it would have been good if millions of people would have lost their homes?
The ones that were actually living in homes. I don't know that would be, what about the homeless people that don't have any homes?
Right, but there would have been more people like that had she not stepped up. And she was the only one who did it. Only one. Even AOC, she stepped up after Cori Bush stepped up. So I think that Cori Bush, I'd love to see her run for president. And I think she'd be great.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, you know what I was thinking, babes? Who I would love in 2024, and of course it's not going to happen.
Bernie Sanders.
Well, yeah, but Bernie's like 900 years old.
It's a dinosaur.
I love Bernie if he was just a little bit younger. But I would love if Cory Bush ran with Nina Turner for the presidency. I think that would be so cool. I would rush out to vote and support. And anybody else, I'm just kind of like, maybe. But there's rumors that Biden's going to run again.
Yeah, right. I don't think he's going to make it through his term. I really don't, because actually I wouldn't even call it a term. I don't think he's going to last. I really don't.
What if it came out tomorrow, babes, that yes, Joe Biden lost the popular vote, but he won the electoral vote?
Bubs.
What? Oh, stop tickling me.
That's my way of getting you to kind of segue out of this.
Bubs, we talked about this enough.
Enough.
Jaylo saying, let's move on. Well, I did finally, babes, when you were away at the wedding, maybe not at the exact moment that the bride was kissing the groom.
Yeah.
But I did read the Kitty Kelly book on the Bush family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was really good.
What would you say, okay, so you said that Kitty Kelly writes about a lot of celebrities like Oprah and all that.
Yeah.
Does a lot of biographies. How do you know that some of it, how do you know when you're reading something like a piece of information that might be tabloidish?
Well, that's good. And I think it's with her, it's more the style, the way she words things, especially in the Oprah and Frank Sinatra biographies that felt a little bit more tabloidish. But she always gives the example of when she was about to get the Frank Sinatra book published, his lawyers came to her and said, we're going to sue you. So the book had to be vetted. And Frank Sinatra went on Larry King and said, I'm going to sue Kitty Kelly over this book. The book came out. Frank Sinatra was a well-connected man. His lawyers read it and said that basically everything she said in the book was true.
Wow.
That's her take on it.
Okay.
So do I trust everything she says as like the gospel truth? No, but I think she has an interesting take on the world. In some ways, I actually think that her book on the Bush family was less exploitive than like the Oprah book or the Frank Sinatra book.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was good stuff.
Very good.
Yeah, but I also thought she was a little bit too hard on Oprah.
Oh.
But that's just me. I mean, I'm a fan of Oprah.
Yeah, I mean, when you told me about that one kid that she helped out.
Yeah.
And then he dropped out of school, and then all of a sudden she
gave him
no
the
more.
cold shoulder.
No more, yeah. And I'm like, okay, I mean, I guess I was shocked. Maybe I was a little shocked about that actually, because I'm like, well, she didn't seem like the kind of person that would just give up on somebody right away, but something must have happened.
Yeah, and a lot of people forget that Stedman is a Republican. So, like, people have this view of Oprah as, like, super lib. I don't know that that's true. But anyways, I took it back to politics, so that was my fault, babes.
Uh-oh.
But I'm still being good boy.
I think she is, though. At least she's... I don't know that she's like radically, like really, really far left, but I think she might be at least moderate.
So I think what Oprah said is she voted for Barack Obama.
Yeah, she did.
Because they went to the same church and they knew each other. But generally her politics lean more conservative.
I don't know. That's debatable for me. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Why, so love you there. Jaylo.
Yes.
She's a big fan of Bush.
Okay.
Especially when she's hanging around with Gayle King.
Bubs!
What?
Bubs!
Okay.
I do not want to imagine that, Bubs.
That was a dumb joke. Now,
that's bad.
That's
bad.
That was a bad joke from the good boy.
Oh.
Maybe I shouldn't have said that.
No.
Edit that out, babes.
No, you do the
I'm gonna
editing.
I'm going to keep that.
No.
Yeah, because I'm honest, boy.
Ugh.
I'm honest, boy, babes. You're going to have to get used to that.
Sometimes I think you're brutally honest, boy.
BHB?
Brutally honest, boy. Yeah. BHB.
BHB, babes. Well, good. I'm glad you feel that way. Jaylo.
Yes.
Babes.
Yep.
You had a nap today.
A couple of them. Of course, I'm not exactly sure how long I was sleeping, because it started at 10:44, but I didn't even really have a good sleep necessarily. I was what do you call half asleep and half awake. So yes. So I'm not exactly sure how long I was sleeping the first time. And then we ate close to 1, right?
Something like that.
I don't think it was quite 1, but I think we ate somewhere between 12 and 1.
It was closer to 1 for sure.
Okay.
Yes.
And it was really good.
I made you some rigatoni in the Instant Pot.
It was good.
I'm glad you liked it.
Yeah. It was very good. Nice. Especially with the cheese on top of that.
Yes. It was good stuff there. Jaylo.
It was good with the veggies and everything. It was delicious.
Yes.
And then I decided I'm still tired. What happened was that I woke up earlier than I wanted to, and I never got back to sleep.
I noticed, babes, that you have some issues with sleep.
Yes, and we've talked about this before.
Right, but have you considered doing something about it, like talking to a doctor or getting on an exercise program?
I didn't take a pill last night.
See, now I sound like an old man, but I've been doing really well with taking my melatonin at night recently. And I've noticed a huge difference.
No, I understand that, but I forgot to take what I've been taking, and that's probably, and I'm going to take one tonight, so that's probably why. And I don't want to get into the habit of taking pills all the time either. Even though melatonin and the pills that I'm taking are not habit forming, I don't want to depend on them all the time.
But maybe get into the habit for a month or two and then try to wean yourself off.
Yeah.
That might be something to do.
Right.
I went to bed probably around 10:30, got up at 3, hung out until 5, and then went back to bed until close to 8.
Nice.
Yeah, I slept really well.
Oh, good.
I mean, it was a little bit inconsistent because I woke up for those 2 hours.
It was a little bit fitful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, it was really, really good.
Very good.
Yeah. I'm glad I did that there. Jaylo.
Yeah.
Did I tell you, babes, that you remember a couple weeks ago when we watched the 2 Brady Bunch movies?
Yes.
So when I checked into it, the dude who played Carol's ex-husband, or the guy who was pretending to be her ex-husband,
yes,
that's not really Charlie Sheen, but it's some actor who looks and sounds a lot like him.
It does sound like
I know,
Charlie
I was
Sheen.
shocked. But I went on Wikipedia to see who was in the second Brady Bunch movie, and it's not him.
It did sound like him.
It did.
Seriously.
And he looks a lot like him too, kind of.
Yeah.
It's said by a blind guy. But anyway.
A blind, yeah. But he could have fooled the both of us.
Yes.
Actually.
Maybe Charlie Sheen was pretending to be this guy. I don't know.
And the guy, I forgot what his first name was, but his last name was Cole, who played Mike Brady, was really good. I mean, he really did sound close to Robert Reed.
It was great.
Yeah.
I ended up reading a book about the Brady Bunch. And I had known that Robert Reed didn't like playing the dad on the show for a while. But I was surprised about how it went deep. Apparently, he would usually wait for the kids to be gone, but if they had to shoot stuff with him at night, he'd go on these tirades about what a horrible script it was, how much he hated the producers of the show, and these were apparently recorded.
Wow.
So I want to try to see if I can find any on like a DVD extra.
Why?
I don't know. I think it would be fun. I doubt that they would have that stuff on the DVD, though.
Who would want to listen to some old guy ranting and raving about how horrible the show is?
I would. Ugh. Apparently, he played a lawyer on some other TV show that lasted for 5 years before the Brady Bunch.
Oh, a lawyer. Wow.
Yeah, they said the name of it, but I just don't remember. It sounded like a cool show, though. But yeah, he hated playing it, but he would always come back for the reunions.
Oh, that's interesting.
And they were doing a TV movie in like 1990.
Yeah.
He was complaining about this is so awful. I can't believe this.
Uh-huh.
Your girl, Florence Henderson, looks at him and says, hey, some of us have no other choice but to be here. So let's try to like lighten the mood a little bit.
Yeah, I think he told me that, which I'm glad she gave him what for.
She just seemed like an overall cool lady.
Yeah, I heard, I heard good things about it. I think when she was Carol Brady, she had young kids at the time.
Yeah.
And I don't remember if I think she was married at one time. And eventually I think maybe her husband they either got divorced or whatever, but, and then she eventually became a licensed therapist. I remember because I had you look it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it seemed a little bit fishy, but she did get the degree from what we can tell. Now, in the book, they were also trying to say that there was some rivalry between the Brady Bunch fans and the Partridge Family.
Yeah, I think they were in competition, possibly.
That's what they were trying to make it seem like.
Was that the one that was written by Maureen McCormick?
No, this was another book. And the person who wrote this one, like, researched it by interviewing tons of people.
Oh.
I think it's called The Way We All Became the Brady Bunch.
Okay, I just read the one that was written by Barry Williams.
Yeah, by the way, I got to give you an update on that.
Was that?
I think I told you that Maureen McCormick's book is also called Growing Up Brady.
Yeah.
Apparently I remembered it wrong, and it's actually like, here's the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But this book was really good. I had no idea about the beef. I saw the Partridge Family, but I didn't watch it nearly as much as the Brady Bunch.
I didn't either. And I saw a few episodes of it, and I liked it a lot. But I did see the movie of the Partridge Family, because I didn't know that the kids like David Cassidy and Susan Day and Danny Bonaducci. I mean, they were going through a lot of stuff, and Susan Day was going through anorexia. Danny Bonaducci had to go stay with some of the cast members because he was, his parents were kind of getting a divorce and everything, and it was just rough at home. And David Cassidy, I mean, the producers wanted David Cassidy to change his image as Keith Partridge. So, I mean, I didn't know about that, actually.
It seems to me like Danny Bonaducci is just like full on.
Oh, yeah, he's nuts.
Crazy, yeah.
He's
okay, I'm not
nuts.
the only one who feels that.
No, he's nuts. And I remember hearing about the story of how he met and married his wife.
Yeah, then, like he tricked her into getting married because she wouldn't have sex unless they were legally husband and wife, right?
Well, she agreed to it.
Well, okay, so here's the story my mom told me.
Your mom.
She wasn't there.
Your mom. I heard it from Danny Bonaducci, Bubs.
Okay. All right.
Where are you going to trust, your mom or Danny Bonaducci?
Well, definitely not my mom, but let me tell you what she used to tell me when she would tuck me into bed at night. And that's a little bit of an exaggeration.
Okay.
But she said that the wife told Danny Bonaducci before they were married, hey, I'm not going to have sex with you because I'm saving that for my husband. Mm-hmm. So he gets like a priest or justice of the peace. They get married, they have sex, and then he tries to divorce her the next day. But she wouldn't fall for it and made him stay in the marriage. And eventually their marriage became stronger until he left her. Tell me the real version of events.
No, I don't know about that part.
Go ahead.
I just know about the beginning part where he met her, and at the time he still had his talk show for a while, and said, "Oh, this is how I met my wife. She told me she was a Christian. She wouldn't marry me. She wouldn't have sex with me unless we were legally married." And then he made sure that happened, but he never went on. He never went on about the other stuff.
Okay, my mom may have just been lying to me to feed me some nice story. I don't know. But they ended up getting a divorce. Danny Bonaducci.
Yeah, they did
lady.
because he he was like a full-on addict. Was it drugs or was it alcohol? I think it was both, right?
I think, honestly, to me, it seems like he was addicted to fame. But what do I know?
Yeah, because I was watching part of that one show called Breaking Bonaducci.
That's one of those shows I heard about, but I don't watch reality TV.
No, I just kind of happened to find it because I didn't stay on it long. But I think Gretchen, his wife, had enough, and it just wasn't working anymore.
Oh.
And I think he was an addict, but I forgot what he was addicted to.
Nice. I'm sure he did tons of drugs.
It's just like his just life was just off the rail from bad to worse.
Is he still alive?
I believe he is.
Oh.
I think he is.
Maybe he could play the father in a reboot of the Brady Bunch.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. Wasn't the same Danny Partridge that he was in the Partridge Family.
That's right there. Jaylo. Yes. Yes. Well, I'm happy for him, babes.
Okay.
And I'm happy for you that you get to watch both shows. I don't know. Maybe the Partridge Family isn't streaming anywhere.
I don't know. I haven't checked. You know what? I wanted to look to see if Empty Nest was streaming because I haven't watched that show in a while. Empty Nest.
You'll get to see Detective Lundy.
Yeah,
pretending to be Charlie Dietz.
No, that's Charlie Dietz, Bubs.
Oh,
the guy who played Detective Lundy.
He's great on Empty Nest, but even though I have a lot of issues with Dexter, he's amazing on that show. And
he played Detective Lundy.
Yeah, who Deb goes out with for a little while, even though he's way older than she is.
Okay.
Deb is Dexter's sister.
Who played Dexter?
Michael C. Hall, I want to say.
Michael C. Hall, yes.
I hope I have that right.
You're right. It is Michael C. Hall. That was the one I was telling you about with that story about the guy who called him that people called him the Dexter Killer.
Yeah, you said something like that.
Yeah, and they interviewed. I think it was Dateline that interviewed Michael C. Hall, and he said, "I think it's horrible that this guy killed somebody and tried to kill other people in his garage
without asking me first if I would help out."
Bubs,
what?
Would you?
No, I'm saying
okay.
That's called a joke, babes.
Bubs,
what?
Okay, wow.
Last night, I got a YouTube video recommendation for, I think what's called The Strange Life of Joe Pesci. Oh. Either that or Joe Pesci's life is stranger than you can imagine. And it went, it went over like everything we know that he introduced the 4 seasons to each other.
That's kind of cool, actually.
Right. Apparently, he was so important to them that they got either inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or they won.
Because of him?
Well, no. But they won some. It was either that or they won some big award in the 2000s, and they invited him up on the stage.
Wow, pretty cool.
So he sang, but what you may not know is he was also apparently a talented guitar player.
I knew that.
Okay, and he was in some band in the 60s. He left it, and I want to say they replaced him with Jimi Hendrix.
Wow.
Yeah. So he was pretty good, apparently.
Because I heard that he was a struggling musician, struggling with singing. I know that he came out with an album, but it was under Joe Ritchie, not Joe Pesci. And it was called Little Joe Sure Can Sing.
Now, who knows if the Jimi Hendrix thing was just something that the YouTuber said to get attention?
Yeah.
But it seemed real. And it talked about the wife who went on trial for murder.
Yeah. That was the story I saw. And they even interviewed him and said, no, I was okay with her. No. They interviewed him and asked him. I mean, first off, he was okay with her getting married to somebody else because I guess their divorce was amicable.
Nice.
And he also was interviewed about the case, and they said, "Did you know anything about her doing this?" And he said, "No, I have no idea about that. I wasn't involved." And they said he was forthcoming about it.
I'm glad about that.
Yes.
And I go into my head about what George Carlin said about Joe Pesci. Did we talk about this?
No.
George Carlin said something, and I'm going to get it wrong. This was near the end of his life. He said, a lot of people pray to God, and I don't do that. I pray to Joe Pesci because Joe Pesci looks like a guy who knows how to get things done. And about half the time I pray to Joe Pesci, he answers my prayers. And about the other half, he doesn't. I really like that for some reason.
Oh, my goodness.
Joe Pesci looks like a guy who can get things done.
Okay.
I sent you a link to a George Carlin video.
Yeah, I know. I have it. I just haven't clicked on it yet.
Why not?
I don't know. I was doing other stuff.
Now, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah?
Maybe when your mom was here. I was going on about morning pages and how great they were and said, do you not want to do them because I recommended them? And I think you said yes, or at least partially.
I wasn't going to do them just because you recommended it.
But you're not discouraged because I do them.
No, I just, that's just not something I'm interested in doing.
Oh.
Bob.
You used to watch the George Carlin stuff, babes.
Yeah, I know. Wonderful wino. Anyway. Yeah. Wouldn't that be, what would have happened if Joe Pesci ended up singing with Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons? That would have been interesting.
That would have been interesting.
Yeah.
They probably did at some point. Maybe just like a couple bar gigs.
Maybe.
Yeah. He's great in Raging Bull, which we do have to watch. And then there was silence as a car drives by. Well, you're waking up, Bob.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Pesci seems like an interesting guy. I mean, he's, from what I understand, he's a talented guitarist, and he was into singing, and then he's also into golf. And my friend, who is no longer with us, got to golf with Joe Pesci at one time.
That's the same dude who was on Howard Stern, right?
Yes.
That's much more of an accomplishment. But I'm still... I love you, babes.
Cares about Howard, Bobby.
I do. I was listening to a show this morning, babes.
I know, because you were laughing.
Oh, my goodness. Or I guess I was listening to a replay from last week when he had on Billy Corgan and the dude from Jane's Addiction.
I don't know who that is.
You've listened to them, right?
What did they sing?
Jane says. They did that song. They did Been Caught Stealing. I've been caught once when I was 5 years old. They did that song. They'll make great pets. They'll make great pets.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember Jane's Addiction at all?
No, I've heard that name before, but I don't know much about their music.
Perry Farrell's the name of the dude.
Okay.
You might also know him. He was in the group Porno for Pyros.
I don't know that one.
Okay. He also started Lollapalooza.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And apparently...
Lollapalooza.
Billy Corgan and Perry Farrell are going to be going out on tour in the fall.
Oh, wow.
And they're going to be coming to the Moda Center.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They want foolproof vaccination. They want to make sure that everybody's like up with the boosters. That you have done 2 negative COVID tests within the last 12 hours. You're wearing 3 masks. And they want handprints.
Handprints.
And they would like you to sign a little voucher saying that you denounce COVID. And you will not be voting for COVID in the next election.
And that we won't be liable for your death if you happen to die in the concert.
Exactly.
During the concert.
No, I'm
wow.
exaggerating. It kind of sounds like it might be a good concert. The only thing I don't like, babes, is I don't think you can really dance at the Moda Center.
Yeah, I know because when it used to be called the Rose Garden and I went there to see Billy Joel, nobody was dancing as far as I understood it.
That's just so weird to me.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. We were not given the permission to do it, so I don't know. I only went there once, so.
Tickets are $83.
Oh, good grief.
But I also feel like...
83?
How often do you get to see Jane's Addiction open up for the Smashing Pumpkins? You know, I mean, I might pay that just to see the Smashing Pumpkins.
Wow.
Honestly, I was more into their music than Jane's Addiction.
Yeah.
But Jane's Addiction, they have some good stuff.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar. I mean, I've heard of the group. I I'm not too familiar with what what they do.
If I play you them, you'll definitely recognize some of their music.
Okay.
Yeah. It seemed like, you know what he was telling the story, babes?
What's
Perry
that?
Farrell, about how he upset David Bowie.
Uh-oh.
So I guess Perry Farrell was about to...
That almost sounds like Terry Farrell. Sorry.
Terry Farrell, whatever his name is.
Is it... Well, Terry Farrell is on...
Yeah, hold on. Alexa, who's the lead singer of Jane's Addiction?
Jane's Addiction's lead singers are Dave Navarro and Perry Farrell.
Perry Farrell, okay.
Would you like to challenge yourself with a round of math quiz?
No. Okay.
Okay.
Anyways, I didn't know Dave Navarro was in... Okay.
One of the guys who married Carmen Electra.
Yeah, I guess he is in that.
Okay.
And then he did that album with the Red Hot Chili Peppers that wasn't that good. Anyways,
Okay.
Perry Farrell was on the way to the airport and he
Yeah.
left his cell phone in the cab.
Oh.
And I guess the cab driver looked through it and saw David Bowie's number and just started harassing him by keep calling.
The cab number did? Uh-oh.
Cab driver.
The cab driver did? Uh-oh.
Yeah, so Perry Farrell got a hold of David Bowie and apologized to him.
Yeah.
And then a couple years later, he's asked to, do this concert for, like, the environment or something.
Yeah.
And he puts David Bowie on the email.
Yeah.
And apparently he CCs him, so, like, the other 300 people on the email could see it was him, and they all started harassing him.
David Bowie?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
They all started harassing David Bowie. At least that was the story he told.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But anyways, that might be a good concert to go and see at some point.
Wow.
I don't know, though. That's a lot of money.
$83.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but that might be the last time they tour.
Huh.
I don't know. I imagine Billy Corgan has to have a lot of money.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You're playing with your eye.
Yeah, there's stuff in there.
Oh.
Anyway. Yeah.
I still love you there. There's stuff in your eye. Jaylo.
Oh my goodness. But, yeah, huh. Okay, speaking of stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
So, I didn't really know much about what was going on with Johnny Depp, but apparently he is, him and his ex-wife, Amber Heard, I think her name is going through this domestic violence trial.
I knew about that. I have not been paying attention to the specifics.
I haven't been either. I've heard about it yesterday, and I'm like, whoa, that's a mess. Because I've been skipping through some things that were suggested that I look at, and I'm like, what is this whole like Amber Heard Johnny Depp thing? And I heard about it yesterday. I'm like, okay. I didn't even know that he got married to this woman. I know that he was with Vanessa Paradis for a long time, and they had kids, but I don't think they ever got married. And this Amber Heard lady, I'm like, who is this lady? I don't even know. And I'm completely out of the loop on what's going on in the trial. I don't really want to look at that.
Nice.
To tell you the truth. I'm like, well, I kind of think Johnny Depp is going downhill, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, all artists are crazy, right? But I
don't think every single artist is crazy, bub.
I've met a lot of artists over the years, and I don't think I've met one that I would classify as normal.
Ugh, I don't believe that, bub.
Listen, maybe there's an exception somewhere that I've yet to meet. But from my personal experience, I think they're all crazy. And I would include myself in that too. Oh, Bob, you're normal.
Okay.
I do like Johnny Depp as an actor.
Yeah.
I don't know about his recent movies, though.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what movie that he has made recently or whatever. I'm very much out of the loop on that one.
You're doing something with your foot here, babes.
Yeah, I am.
Yes, that will make a noise, but that's okay. I just wanted to.
No, I'm just going like this.
Yeah, but you were like tapping it up against the couch.
Sorry.
I was just acknowledging it, babes. It was no judgment here, babes.
Okay, okay.
And that's what I'll say. if you want a late-term abortion, no judgment here.
Bubs.
What?
Stop it.
They always say that there's a lot of like rich pro-life women who pay to have abortions on the DL. People in general say that.
Who? I never heard that.
I've heard that a bunch of times over the years.
I have not heard that yet.
What do you think about that?
I don't know because I've never heard about that. That's insane. I've never heard that before.
Does your girl Marjorie Taylor Greene have any kids?
Yes, she does.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
I think if I'm not mistaken, I think she's married and has kids.
Oh.
But I don't know how many, but she does have kids, yes.
Oh.
Well,
it's kind of scary, Dave.
Ah!
What?
Enough now.
Enough now, babes.
Ah.
Enough now.
I love you, but enough.
Enough. I will spare you the questions of does her racism bother you? All right, but I will spare you those for today. Because I love my Jaylo as I kiss your hand.
There we go.
Yes. Are you excited for your mom to go back to Seattle?
I do want to see her for sure. I'm excited to see her, but I wish that this would have been handled a little bit differently because I just literally found out about this the day before I left for my trip. And then I come back and I find out that because I wasn't there last week, she's coming this week. So which doesn't give me a lot of time to prepare. So, it's just like, wait a second. Usually I would be preparing for this like another week in advance or even 2 weeks in advance.
I know I said this yesterday, but I'm glad that you're going to lay down the law and advocate for yourself this weekend.
Yeah, I think I think there needs to be reminding again.
Yes.
That's what I think is going to happen.
And if that doesn't work, you can always invite me over to your place and just start straddling with your mom.
Bubs.
What?
Stop putting ideas into my head, Bubs.
Okay.
Bubs.
I know they're good ideas, but...
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
They're only good for you.
Oh, they're good for you, too.
They're only for your benefit.
You know they're for yours, too, babes.
No.
And I love you.
No.
Yeah.
They're not good for my benefit.
Yeah, they are. And I love you, babes.
No, they're not good for your benefit.
Yeah, for yours. And then we can get back to The Wire next weekend.
Okay.
So we can wrap it up.
Okay.
I told you that I heard that the creators of The Wire have some new show on HBO.
Wow.
I'm excited to check it out. But I'm also excited because we might be watching Kumari next weekend.
Really?
We talked about it.
Yes.
You don't be too surprised, AJ. Whoa.
Okay.
Kumari, we also talked about Freaks.
Yeah, Freaks. Yes, Freaks.
Yes. Those will be fun.
Whoa.
Because you've never seen either of them.
No.
No.
I don't think we actually made a decision on Kumari. You suggested it, but I never really said yes or no to it.
I thought you were in favor of watching it.
Was I? I didn't say that.
Yeah. That's what it sounded like.
No, I never said that.
Oh.
I don't remember saying that at all.
Maybe we won't be watching Kumari next week, and I hope we do, though, for your sake.
You said you were wondering how I would think about that.
Yeah.
But I didn't say yay or nay.
But you seemed pretty interested when I brought up the idea. Yeah.
I said it was a possibility.
Okay.
But I never said yes or no. There's a difference there, Bubs. I know you want to promote stuff that I never said yes to.
Really?
Yes.
You also said that you really wanted to watch Deep Throat next week.
I never...
Okay, then that might have been a joke.
Bubs.
What? I'm a funny boy.
No.
Funny boy.
No.
Yeah.
Bubs.
What's up, babes?
I know you want to do a shameless plugs.
Go ahead.
But I never said yes or no to that one.
Okay. You sound tired, babes.
A little bit, yeah.
Are you gonna take?
No, I'm not going to.
Okay, good. Because we only got like 4 more hours together.
I know, Bubba.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna go to sleep.
Because I'm not going to see you this weekend.
I know,
Because I don't want another lecture about Jesus
Oh,
from your mom.
well.
Oh.
Anyway.
Well, I love you, babes.
I love you too, Bubby.
I love my Jaylo.
I love you too, Bubby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to talk about?
So, speaking of the name Kumari.
Yeah.
I was kind of flipping channels and MTV had this show called One Bad Choice.
Okay.
Where these people were talking about stupid things that they did. And I saw this thing about this girl named Kumari Fulbright. Have you heard of her?
No.
And she made this choice by getting her ex-boyfriend involved in doing something to her current boyfriend who was, I think she was missing some jewelry pieces or whatever. And she got her ex-boyfriend involved in trying to scare this guy, and she had to face some consequences.
I vaguely remember, did they kill the...
No, nobody
Okay.
got killed. But she, it didn't make her look good.
Oh. And this was recently that you saw this?
No, it was a few years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then there was a story about this girl named Miriam Weeks who got involved in pornography. She was making pornos to pay for her tuition at Duke. And she wishes she never... I forgot what it was. Like she wishes she never got into it in the beginning, but she's into it really deep now.
See, so if we had like a free college system, she never would have had to do that.
Oh.
What?
I don't know that. I don't know. I don't know that it would stop her from doing it, though.
But if she did it so she could pay for her university bills, and if we had her university bills paid for, she never would have gotten into porn. At least that's what it sounds like on the surface.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I'm still kind of like sore at my friend last night because he was...
Oh, my goodness.
What?
I thought we weren't going to talk about this anymore.
All right, we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Bubs.
What? I mean, he's a smart guy, but he's a little bit autistic.
Oh.
But I still love you, babes. No, I'm sorry. I went back to that in my head because last night he was saying it's completely unattainable to pay for college for people. But meanwhile, we used to do that all the time. Well, we didn't used to do that, but apparently college used to be, if not free, then close to free back in the day.
I just think that if somebody says that you're that this should be free, somebody else is paying for it, and I have a real problem with that.
Somebody else is paying for it, but I say tax the 1%. I mean, they're stealing from everybody anyway, so why not?
I don't know that taxing the rich or going after big companies is always going to be the answer for everything that pertains to schooling or healthcare or whatever. I don't know that that's going to be that should be the answer for everything, Bubs.
I don't think it's the answer for everything, but I think it would help a lot, and that's just my opinion. Also, get us out of these forever wars. Come on, let's stop spending money on all these unnecessary wars. But that's just my take, babes.
Okay.
I know you're a big fan of war.
I never said that, Bubs.
The band.
Bubs.
The band.
I like the band War.
Yeah, you're a big fan of war.
Oh my goodness. Bubs.
And you like the later albums, so you're a very big fan of Unnecessary War.
Bubs.
I know. Come on, babes, that was funny, and you're laughing.
Okay, that was kind of funny. Wow. But you haven't really been scoring on some on your jokes today, Bubs.
Really?
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
Well, that's just my opinion.
Oh.
I know you like to think that all your jokes are funny.
For the most part, they are, yeah. I would say 99.9% of them are
I'd say 50-50.
Oh, what else?
Sometimes they are, and sometimes not so much.
What else, babes? I love you.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, yes, yes.
I love you too.
I love you too. Did we talk about the Robin Williams book yesterday?
No, I don't think. I think privately we did over the week.
So I read a book that was written about him.
Mm-hmm.
And we've discussed this before, but I consider myself very fortunate that I got to see Robin Williams for free perform stand-up comedy in April of 2002.
Wow.
When he was working on an act for his HBO special.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. So I have that connection, which, everybody has some form of a connection to Robin Williams.
Right.
But, I got some weird...
Stuff in your throat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, it was an interesting read.
Uh-huh.
They talked about Mork and Mindy.
Yep.
And a couple of things that I thought were really odd.
Yeah.
Pam Dauber and him had some issues.
Really?
And she said that one of the things he used to do is sit on top of her and fart on her.
What?
Yeah, she says that in the book.
Are you serious?
That's what she says in the book.
Just for laughs?
Yeah.
Wow. That's
and
a little
that he
bit
used
weird.
to grope her all the time.
Oh. How does that not surprise me?
I don't know, babes.
But then I also heard that he was an alcoholic during Mork and Mindy.
Yeah, it doesn't make it right, though.
No, it doesn't make it right. I'm not excusing what he did to her. Especially the farting on her. Ugh.
That's weird.
That is really weird.
And whenever they would, I don't know about whenever, but it sounded like that in the book. Whenever somebody would want to do press on Mork and Mindy,
Mm-hmm.
so let's say they'd send a photographer down from TV Guide, Robin Williams would make sure that he was the only one in the picture without Pam Dauber.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting.
So that's not very cool. But
No, it isn't.
But then, it also talked about other aspects of his life and about how he was a lonely child.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and it said that people who grew up without other siblings, I hope I'm remembering this right, tend to have very rich imaginary lives or an inner life.
Uh-huh. I would imagine that they would.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a very rich inner life, as you know.
Yeah, but you're not the only child.
I'm not the only child.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I do have a rich imagination too.
Good. Mine is more rich.
Oh, what? Bubs, we're not comparing imaginations here.
You have imagination richness. I have imagination wealth.
Bubs.
Being rich can be spent.
Oh,
Sorry, babes, I'm just having fun.
Bubs.
What?
What have?
But it is strange to me how he kind of went away after Good Will Hunting.
Yeah, well, I mean, oh, wait a minute, no, wait. Did Hook come out before that?
Yeah, Hook came
Okay.
out in 91, I want to say. I know he did other films after Good Will Hunting, but none of them were really as big, I don't think. Although I do keep hearing good things about 1 Hour Photo.
I don't think I heard of that one.
He is somebody who develops pictures, and he gets obsessed with Robert De Niro.
Oh, wow.
I almost said Robin Williams. But you know that he guest starred as himself in an episode of Mork and Mindy?
Really?
And I only know that because they mentioned it in the book.
Wow.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, I didn't know that.
Yes.
Hmm.
So apparently Pam Dauber knows a lot about fonts there. Jaylo.
Yeah, whoa.
Yes, yes, yes.
Wow.
Yes. Every time you look at her, you can think that's a woman that Robin Williams used to fart on.
Okay. He farted on Mindy. Nanu nanu.
Right.
Can you imagine? He's like, and then he goes, nanu nanu.
Yes.
Mork calling Orson. Come in, Orson.
Yes, yes, yes. So I just assumed that Mork and Mindy ended, and right away he was a huge movie star. But the book also talks about how a lot of the films he made didn't do too well. And it wasn't, I guess some of them made money, but they weren't huge financial successes. He didn't have his first really big hit until Good Morning Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, which you still need to watch.
Oh.
Because it's a good movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay.
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 Yes. But that was a Robin Williams book. Pretty good.
Wow.
Not great, but good.
Did it go into his family life?
Yeah. His second wife was half Filipino, I want to say.
Yeah, I heard about that, yes.
Yeah, and that can be,
Hey!
devastating on a family.
Fudge.
No, I'm joking.
Did she used to be their nanny?
Yes. So, who knows what really happened, but according to the book, she was a nanny. Robin Williams and his first wife got divorced. And then slowly over time, she became his personal assistant.
Uh-oh.
Then they fell in love and got married.
Uh-oh.
But eventually they divorced, and according to the book, or at least it implied that a lot of it had to do with him relapsing.
Into alcohol.
Yeah,
Okay.
which he did for a couple of years.
So that wasn't the wife that he was married to before he died then?
He was married to a third lady.
Wow.
And the book makes it seem like she was an incredible gold digger.
Oh, really?
Now, is that true? I don't know. I wasn't there.
Okay.
But you'll have to read the book to find out more.
Okay.
Yeah. Like, apparently she was obsessed with her own career and didn't like it when people would talk about him.
Mm.
That's what the author implies.
What kind of
that's
career
what I
was
got
she
into
in?
out of it. I think she was a painter.
Whoa.
And she was a lot younger than him. Like, they got married when she was 27, and I want to say he was in his early 60s.
Whoa.
Or late 50s.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what happened with Billy Joel, and I think it was his third wife.
Yeah, I hope I'm remembering that wrong.
That's
right.
crazy.
That's not the one who was the cook. With the Billy Joel situation.
No. Different lady.
Okay.
I forgot what her name was, but they had a baby a few years ago, and I think she was in her 30s, her early 30s,
Mm-hmm.
and he was in his 60s. And I was talking to somebody about it, and he's like, that's really, I don't know why he would think it was a good idea to have a baby at his age, because he's like, he probably won't be around when his child is 20.
If I was his oldest daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I would be pissed.
Oh, Bubs,
What?
don't get into that.
Why not?
We've talked about that too.
Have we?
Yes.
His oldest daughter?
No,
Okay.
about the whole starting other families.
Yeah, that would really rub me the wrong way.
But you're not her, Bubs.
I'm not her, babes. I'm just saying how I would feel if I was.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Like, where's this money gonna go to for these kids? It's gonna come out of her will.
We've talked about it before.
Okay, babes, we have, and I love you.
Ugh. Is this kind of like the revert back to what we used to talk about before? I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we don't really have any movies to discuss.
No, that's true. We haven't. That is true.
Yeah, unless you've seen something that I don't know about.
Actually, no, I haven't.
Mm.
No, not recently.
Good. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so.
Oh, I'll tell you a story about something that happened.
Okay.
It's Monday, and I'm walking downtown, just hanging around, minding my own business.
Yeah.
Start walking back from Pioneer Square. I'm coming home.
Yep.
And I know I'm a couple blocks away from the square.
Yeah.
Around maybe a block away from McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
A guy walks past me.
Yep.
Keeps walking, and I'm walking. And I'm about maybe 20 yards away.
Yeah.
And this guy just starts screaming, "Yeah!" And I don't recognize what he's screaming.
He wasn't screaming at you, was he?
I don't think he was screaming at me. He just started screaming in general.
Oh, that's weird. Okay.
And it just made me think of how weird our city is. That we could
Yeah,
just have somebody in the middle of the day just start screaming.
Yeah, remember that one time when we were downtown at PSU and that happened?
Yes.
That was weird.
It was.
And it was like there was this crazy lady who supposedly, I guess to me it sounded like she had a beef with the university, and I'm like, what are you doing here? I just think that's very strange.
If I remember right, that was in December of 2019. And that was a couple weeks before we watched My Sister's Place.
Yeah, I think that might be true. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I think you're right, because it was definitely within the somewhere in the winter season. And yeah, that was just crazy.
Yes.
Anyone could just like start a random protest in the middle of the day. I don't know. It's just weird.
Yes.
Wow. But you got away from the guy, right? He didn't hurt you.
No, I don't think it was directed at me. It was just kind of weird.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Weird people.
Part of me wants to do that, and part of me thinks that that's super out there.
I don't think you should.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do want to take my ministry to the streets at some point, but I think I'd want to preach the prosperity gospel. So what?
Bubs. You weirdo.
You weirdo.
I love you.
I love you too, babes.
Even though you got some weird thoughts, Bubs.
Oh my goodness, what else?
A little bit. No.
They're all normal, babes.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, what? Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I'm really getting into the Lee Strobel book. I mean, I liked it from the beginning, but there's some interesting stuff that he is talking to these scholars about. So I'm really liking it a lot.
Oh, good.
Yeah. And I knew that I was going to.
Yes. And then we're going to read more together. I'm excited about that. Yes. Very good, babe. Did you have any dreams last night?
I did not.
Nice. What about this afternoon?
No. But since you're talking about dreams, I should tell you about I've told you about one of the dreams, but I should mention another one that I had yesterday, I believe.
Go ahead.
It was actually, I think both of them were from yesterday. In the afternoon. So I had this dream that I was dancing with some guy. I don't know. Don't tell me how that happened, but he kind of reminded me of somebody that you know.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy starts to kiss me. I don't believe I reciprocated. The guy starts to kiss me, and you're over there. And I said, "Did you see me dancing with that guy?" You're like, "Yeah." "Did you know that he kissed me?" And you're like, "Yeah, but you seemed very nonchalant about it, and I know that you wouldn't be."
Nice.
And then I woke up. And then the other dream I had was I had a dream that I was at the dentist office because I have to eventually get a tooth extracted, and I'm not.
Unless we have a nuclear war with Russia, then you don't have to worry about it. But keep going, babes.
Oh my goodness. And the lady was getting ready to numb me so I can get the tooth extracted, and I'm like, where exactly am I going to get numbed? And she points to like underneath my nose, where on the top of my lip, and then she points to my forehead.
Nice.
And the back of my head. I'm like, I really have to get that numb. So it was really funny, and then I woke up.
Very good, babes.
I'm like, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, babes, unless there's anything else you want to talk about.
I don't think so. We talked about a lot.
We did. And there was a stock market crash today.
Oh.
I think they said on NPR that the stock market lost around 1,100 points. So I don't know how well you've been keeping track of it, but apparently, the Dow Jones has closed down, I think, 6 out of the last 7 weeks. So we're in the start of something that's not so good.
What about NASDAQ?
NASDAQ is off too. I don't think as much as the Dow, but don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Yeah, but they took some heavy losses today. Now, who knows with the stock market? It could go up 40,000 points tomorrow.
It's don't
unlikely
know.
to. But.
It just seems like the stock market every day is very it's not constant. It's not consistent.
Yeah, somebody once said that the stock market is really just the reflection of the feelings of the super rich and how they feel about things.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Oh. Okay.
I just noticed that it's not consistent every day.
No.
Yeah.
They say this is the biggest loss, though, in a single day since I think March of 2020 when the pandemic first started.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's pretty big news there.
Yeah,
Jaylo.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Bubba.
Yes, babe was. All right, babes, unless there's anything else you want to say.
No.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll do this again next Friday, babes.
Okay.
When your mom's out of town. You want to give me some kiss before I play some Jane's Addiction?
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Stop it.
Oh, babes.
You're distracting me with.
Okay, what else?
Bubs.
Okay, sorry, babes.
Stop it.
I didn't know. I did not know. All right, babes.
Okay.
Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.